How's it going, guys? We are back on Dragon Ball Legends, and as per request of one of our subscribers, today we're going to be having a little look through my entire account. So come join us through this account tour. Let's go! Alright then, guys, so we're going to be going through all the characters and things like that I've got, and all the medals and things like that as well. So if you like this type of video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And I think we'll start off with probably the most exciting part of it, which is all the characters I've got, my box, so to speak. But first off, I've got a couple of teams up the top here, where I've got a fusion team with a Bardock in the leader slot there, and I've got another fusion team here. We've got a God Key team with Bardock on it. In case you haven't realised, Bardock is one of my favourite characters. Another Bardock team. That was built basically for the rush, the chilled rush, just to get the Awakening medals out of there. And we've got another God Key team here. And we've got the Bardock squad. And then we've got, to finish it off, the future team with the Goku and Vegeta in the leader slot as well. I've got to say, it's a pretty good team. I've used it a couple of times and it's pretty decent. But at the moment, this is probably my favourite team, to be honest. There's no Bardock on it, unfortunately. But this team is just so powerful. But if I also go into party formation and then into preset here, there is a couple of preset teams that I've got here. But just so to note, I haven't updated them for a little while. So some of them could probably be doing with some updates. Like that God Key team at the top there. We've got a Regen team, we've got Cybermen, we've got a Hybrids team, a Som family team with UI Goku, still Som's family, but... And then we've got the Fusion team, which I have actually registered. We've got another Regen team, and a couple more down the bottom here as well. I still have one that I need to unlock, but there's no point unlocking it because I've got the additionals here. And like I said, I don't use it all that much. I prefer making a team from scratch. That's the way that I sort of do it, just because I think that's a little bit more fun that way. And you can have a little look, see what's the best for that particular team at the time. But let me know down below how you do your teams. So jumping into my actual box and my character list, as you can see, we've got quite a lot here. I just want to show you on the filter. I never really use any of these filters unless I'm looking for a specific character. But I do always have acquired and not acquired on, just to make sure that it shows all the characters I have. And if you go to the bottom, it would show any characters that you don't have. But as you can see, I have all the characters in the game. Maybe not all 14 stars, but there are a couple of 3 stars and things like that in here. But I do have all of them, so that is a win for myself. I've got quite a lot of Zenkai Awakened characters, but I do keep my box at power level in descending. So we do have the strongest power level at the front, which is, for me, Fused Zamasu, which is a bit unusual, but it is what it is. But like I said, I've got quite a lot of Zenkais and things like that to Zenkai 7, but I do have still a ways to go with some characters like this Broly and things here. But I'm generally just getting it chipped down by doing the dailies per day on the Zenkai banners. But I do have quite a lot. So if we went into Soul Boost as well, it does show all the characters that I still yet to Soul Boost. All these that are not highlighted, I've got fully Soul Boosted. So we've got a couple of decent people there. We've got the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, we've got Super Gogeta, Super Vegito, we've got the Goten. So they're all the Zenkais pretty much, which I've got fully Soul Boosted, which is a long grind. Really hard, but it is what it is. We've got all the UL characters fully maxed out there. We've got a couple of other Zenkais, quite a lot of units here, which are fully Soul Boosted. I do have another video on the channel where I talk about getting Chrono Crystals, so I used to do this quite a lot to get Chrono Crystals. So even if we scroll down to sort of the bottom and things, we still have Heroes and Extremes and things like that fully Soul Boosted as well, because I just wanted to get those missions, to be honest. So we've got quite a lot of people fully Soul Boosted, but ones that I've still yet to do are generally Legends Limited or free to play, to be honest, but also ones which I haven't got fully Zenkai boosted, so they still show here. I haven't actually touched that Goku, actually, but there's couple that I have touched, a couple that I haven't. Like I said, with Zenkai Souls, they are a bit scarce for me, unfortunately. So I do try my best, but there's a couple that miss out. But we do have people like Android 21, which are full up to what I've got them to. I just need to get those extra Zenkai levels. And I should fill him out as well. But yeah, so I've got quite a lot of people soul boosted. A little ways to go, but realistically, if I spent an afternoon or a day, I could probably smash it out. But yeah, that's my character list. There's quite a lot of good characters on here, as you can see, mainly through the Legends Festival 2021. I've got to say, just in case you are watching this in the distant future, that's the main reason I got so many 14 stars, because it was triple rates for sparking and triple multi-Z power, and it just really boosted this account. So it's probably a good time that I'm doing it now, just after that. As you can see, we've still got some of the new characters, like the Broly. We've got this few Zamasu and Goku Black, all 14 stars. I don't generally go for 14 stars at all. I generally go for one copy. Unless I got a bit more crystals, I might tempt myself to go in a bit more, but I only generally go for one copy. So over time, this has built up, because I have done this, had this account now for 3 years. I've had it since release, basically. So quite a lot is built up that way as well. But yeah, we do have quite a lot here. I'll scroll through slowly. If there is anyone that you wanted to have a look at or anything like that, feel free to pause the video and see if I've got them, what stars I got them, and things like that. Like I said, the Legends Limited, there are a couple where I'm missing, but I do have them 7 stars. So if I tell you what, I'll keep scrolling down so you can see all the characters I've got. And like I said, it is all in power levels, so generally going down lowered their power levels and things like that. There are a couple of LFs actually, like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which I need at 6 stars at the very least. I mean, for me, 6 stars is a nice even playing field. Once you've gotten 6 stars, yes, don't get me wrong, 14 stars is nicer, increase their stats and things like that, but you generally have the full potential of their Z ability. So I generally like to keep people 6 stars where I can. And then we got a couple of extremes down here, and some heroes and things like that, which I'm yet to probably boost that in training and things like that. So if we go actually use the filter function here, and then we go Ultra. So as you can see, I've got all the Ultras, almost 14 stars. I got very lucky on the Gogeta banner. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to go see that. It was absolutely unreal. So we've got all the Ultras here, and then if we go to Sparking and then scroll all the way down here, we can look at Legends Limited. I've got all the Legends Limited characters. Very recently, this guy avoided me for a very long time, but very recently I managed to pick him up, so I was happy about that. But I do have all the Legends Limited characters. Most of them are at least 6 stars, like I said, through Legends Festival and things like that. But there is a couple that I'm missing, like the Vegeta just shown. The Kid Buu is only on 5 stars. The newish Cell, only 3 stars there. Revival Gohan, 4 stars. Evolution Blue Vegeta, 4 stars, which I gotta say, he is one of my favourite characters in this game, just as being Vegeta Evolution Blue, not basing on like stats and things like that. You guys probably noticed when he came out, I went a bit nuts for him. But overall, whilst it might not be the best Legends Limited account in the game, I have to say I'm pretty happy with it. To have quite a lot of them, at least over 6 stars, and to have every single one, I think that's quite rare to have in an account. So if we then go like this, if we go Sparking and then not even just Sparking, we'll just have a look at all the Zenkais I've got. So Zenkai, Awakening, Applicable, and Awakened. Let's put Unawakened as well, so we can see the ones that I do need to work on. So these are all my Zenkais that I've got. We've got quite a lot of Zenkai 7s. Like I said, what I generally do is when their bans are out, I just use that 20 crystals to actually get the discount. And then over time, it really does make a difference. Like this Broly, for instance, like I said, I know he's not Zenkai 7, but that's all I've done with him. Just the 20cc discount multi, discount summon on it, and now he is Zenkai 6. Only done it with him as well. He's Zenkai 2. So over time, it does make a difference. I do have the new Chilled as a Zenkai, but he's only Zenkai 4 at the moment. There are a couple of units which which can be Zenkai'd, which I haven't, like this Super 17, which I do want Zenkai'd. It's just it costs a lot, do you know what I mean? It's a bit pay-to-winny sort of thing. We got that Goku, and I prefer just normal summons, personally. I haven't Zenkai'd the Caulifla, either, and I haven't Zenkai'd this Cell either. So they were back where it was only pay to get these Zenkais. Now that they're doing them free, like the Goku and things, and the Chill that's out at the moment, I've got to say I prefer that a lot more. You still have the chance or the choice to pay to get it as soon as, but having those missions and things really does make a difference. So big thumbs up to the developers doing that, making them free. I do think they should have been free in the first place. But that is all my Zenkai Awakened characters then. Is there anything else that we should really look at on here? Like I said, I've got all the characters. We've had a look at the Zenkais. We've had a look at the Legends Limited as well. Let's... Just in case... No. I think that'll be everything that we'll have a look at on my box. If people want me to go in a bit more depth about certain characters or things like that, comment down below. But that is essentially all the characters that I have and all my teams and things. So next we'll move on to equipment, I think. Now I do have a lot that I need to sell. If I have it in rank order and ascending. So if we went to descending just for now, so we have all my big ones at the top. There you go. So as you can see, we've got a couple of Z pluses, which are generally ones that were free and given out, to be honest. Like this Paragus, the King Cold, they were given out for free. But we do have quite a lot of Zs. For instance, like this one, which is very good right now for the Trunks and things. We've got this one, very good for Great Ape Vegeta, which I finally got. I've got the Gogeta equipment at Z. I need to improve the last one, because then he gets that extra 50% to damage inflicted. But maybe I'll work on that a bit later on. But generally, I've got to say, I do try to get Zs as much as possible. But if I don't, I settle for S rank. Just because it's good enough. It's nice to have Zs and Z+, but S rank is good enough. And as you can see, I've only got 24 slot removers. And I don't like to use Chrono Crystals on this at all. So this is all done free to play. Maybe there are one or two where I've spent maybe 100 Chrono Crystals in a day here and there. But generally, I'd say about 95% of this is free. So I've done it all by just grinding and things. So I do settle for S rank, to be honest. Because generally it is okay. You've probably seen on my PvP videos as well that majority of what I use are S ranks. Some other good ones that I've got are, for instance, this one. I do if I make them to S rank, I do make them a favourite to make sure that I can't get rid of them. This is very good for the Gogeta at the moment. We've got quite a lot of the Platinum equips at S rank, like for the Gohan and things, the Beerus. So decent, and they are awakened as well, which I've got to say is particularly very hard to get S rank awakened equipment. So pretty decent. This is a very good one for things like UI Goku, anyone Universal Survival Saga. We do have this one, Sagas of the Movie and Purple, very good for Goku and Vegeta at the moment. So we have quite a lot. I do have these as well, ready for any friendship grinds that we need to do at S rank. And I've got 2 at S rank, and I've got 1 at A rank, I believe, as well. But yeah, so we've got quite a lot here, quite a lot of dupes as well. I tend to try and have like at least 2 of each, because it can go on multiple characters, unless they are platinum rank, such as the Frieza one, where it goes to a specific character. As long as I've got 1, I'm happy, pretty much. So we've got loads of S rank equipment here. I think I've done quite well by grinding it. Generally what I will do is try to get as many of the equipment as possible until I get one with a yellow or red at the front, with a higher sort of percentage on it, and then I work through them, basically trying to rank them up using slot removers, Or I might even just get a large amount of them and just try and rank them up and see if I get lucky, basically. Sometimes I get a bit unlucky. I mean, I've got 3 yellow slots here, but yet still no Z rank. Realistically, I could use guaranteed upgrades on that to make it a bit better. It's just they cost a lot. Maybe down the line they might make guaranteed upgrades a bit cheaper and easier to use. Okay, so we've gone through pretty much quite a lot of the S ranks. Now we're going into the A ranks, which I've got quite a lot of. As you can see, I have hit my max of equipment of 424 out of 424, and I'm using 87 of the additional slots that you get from the subscription model. Anyway, so we've got quite a lot of A ranks at awaken level as well. Like I said, it's very hard to get like a C rank one when you first awaken it, so I've gotten quite unlucky in certain circumstances, but in other ones I've gotten quite lucky, so I can't really complain. I do have a lot of dupes in A ranks. I've got a lot for that Bardock. I'm trying to work on getting an S rank one of it, and it is being really annoying for me. So we've got quite a lot of A ranks. I mean, don't get me wrong, A ranks aren't the best equipment, obviously, because you've got 3 ranks above it, but they're not the worst. It's better than having no equipment, that's for sure. So as you can see, we've got loads and loads of A ranks, loads of dupes, and they are basically as like backups just in case I run out of the S ranks at any time. And there's quite a lot, like for instance this one, I've tried to get it an S rank and I just can't, so I've only got an A rank, but it's the only one that I've got. But yeah, so we've got loads and loads of A ranks, as you can see, to hit all different types of characters and stuff. Here on the B ranks, I do need to kind of work on them, but they are quite hard. I don't know if you can get above B ranks. I've tried very hard, but these are all for the Tournament of Power, basically. All of these equipment, so I've got plenty of them to make sure that I can use them. And, ooh, cool. I got those a bit earlier on, so that's good to have a C rank there. And then we've got loads of, basically, non-avoid equipment, basically. These will all be sold later down the line. I don't like use it. The only D ranks I'll ever use are if they've got that yellow slot, and even then a bit on the fence. So anything below D rank will get sold at some point. But yeah, that's generally all my equipment. Is there any special filters that we can do? So if we did this is all the Z rank ones that we've got. Z plus, sorry. Here's all the Z ranks. Very handy to have some of these at the moment for the type of meta that we've got with all the fusion characters and things. And then all my S ranks here, so we've got them all here. We've kind of gone through them already, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. And then A ranks are probably what keeps most of the box running. Here we go. But like I said, they're there as a just in case. If we go to... Is there anything that we really need to have a look at on here? Probably not, to be honest. Yeah, I think that pretty much cover all the equipment and things that I've got. Like I said, you can see which ones I've got as I go through and things. But once again, if you want me to go through a bit more detail about the specific equipments and things I've got, feel free to let me know. But that is generally this screen at the very least. So I think what we'll do now is move on to the exchange shop, so you can see all the sort of medals and things I've got. So we do have this running at the moment, which is the chilled one. So we've got 20 of those. And then I haven't got any of these because I've rinsed it. We've got the 21 event out at the moment, and then we've got the freezer event, which will be finishing soon. With these, I do make sure to do these adventures whenever they come around, because the missions associated with them are very good, and I do use them to get all these souls as much as possible, because as you can see, I've got 124,000 of them. My priority is always energy, because I'm always lacking in energy where I can get them. But after that, it will probably be souls, because I don't really need things like Master Pack banner tickets or skip tickets could be nice, and slot removers, but energy's a lot nicer, and so is souls. Sparking medals, I have 11 at the moment. I primarily use these for the extreme multi-Z power. because I do think it's worth it for extremes. 200, it's like pulling one basically, so you only get what, 250 multi-Z power as you pull it. I try not to do this because I don't really personally need to, because of the summons I do. So that's all my daily mission sparking medals. Weekends, Legends Weekend, I've recently picked up one of these, so I'm back down to 3 at the moment. I don't really use these all that much. I have got a video on the channel. And then we got slot removers, energy tanks, but I do keep some of these just as a backup in case I need to use it or whatever to try and grind something out before a video, something along those lines. So within the hyperdimensional co-op, those medals, I do it very now and then. I don't do it that often. You'll probably see on my account the co-ops just still says new, because I'm not a big fan of it overall, to be honest. I don't find it all that fun. I find it very laggy. Quite a lot of people just drop. It takes me ages to find a friend and stuff, so I don't use it that much. But I do have 91 of the top medals, which I can use. I'm a big saver, so I tend to save things. I don't really feel like I need any of that at the moment. I could do with some sleeves, I guess, but I'm just going to keep saving until, and I don't really need to expand my equipment either, because I've got that subscription model, and I've got the Vegeta and the Goku at 14 stars, so I don't really need to use it. So I'll keep them for a rainy day, so to speak. We've got 4,000 of the normal medals, which I could use for some Chrono Crystals, but I don't really need to right now. I never really get the multi-Z power out of here, because I think it's over expensive in this shop for what it is, especially when you get quite a lot of it for free. And once again, I don't need Master Pack banner tickets. And those messages, I might pick them up at some point, but not yet. It's basically, I do keep it as basically a backup for any Zenkai Souls, just in case I do need to use that. And once again, I might use it for energy as a backup as well. So I like to save a little bit. Where I need to use it, I will use it, but I do tend to like to save. This, I don't have a lot of rush medals at all, because this is the predominant way that I get all my Zenkai Souls. So I am lacking at the moment. I still need to actually do this season's as well. But there's quite a lot of these awakening powers that I don't need at the moment, but I am probably going to work through, and what I generally do is make sure I go through a Zenkai level each season, because it's free, so it's a nice little grind there as well, and it's also not too hard. I don't generally pick up the Rush Limited tickets because I don't really feel like I need to. There are some LFs on there that I could do with, but it's you have to be very lucky to pull them. And I prefer to use those for Zenkai Souls, to be completely honest. So yeah, that's pretty much everything within this. And now we're moving on to some of the Legends Roads. I'll skip them because they come around every now and then, as you probably notice. Because I only have them like 4 or 5 stars, I just generally get the characters, that's it. Unless they're pretty good, like that Trunks and the Goku. So, within the Recycle Center then, I might as well do that actually. Let's do that. So I don't have any gold bars left after that. You can transfer for some of them, but I don't really need that. We'll go through that very quick because we don't really need to recycle anything there. So moving on to some more important medals. As you can see here, we've got the rare medals. I've got 42,000 rare medals. And I don't need to use them for any of the ULs at the moment. So they are just sitting there, but I'll keep them just in case we get any more free ULs come about or something like that. But I do make sure to keep rare medals as much as possible because they do come in handy. And that's all of the rare medals at the moment. Moving on to the next thing then, we've got the Prime tickets, which are quite a new addition to Legends, I've got to say. But like I said, I am part of the subscription model, so I have 82 of them at the moment, and I'm going to use them as just a backup thing as well. I might use them for the multi-Z power when I get enough, but we will see. So with Z medals, which is a big thing that people have talked about with me, I have 1 mil basically of it. So I've got a lot of them. In case you don't know how to get these, you need a summonable character at 14 stars, and all the multi-Z power you get after that, you get transfers into these. So I do have quite a lot of it, and I might use it every now and then for some of these equipments and things, when I feel I need them, depending on the characters that I'm using and things. I don't really use it for souls because it's not really worth it. And the recommended, I do use it for the adventure slots, and I might just get a load of slot removers at some point, to be honest. So if I'm not going to get them. I can get up to 232 at the moment. I might get some of them anyway, but I'll have a little think about that off camera. So soul exchange medals, I don't have any of, because as soon as I get them, I try to use them for any Zenkai souls and things like that. Try to get some of that grind done, because they are very good if you do get them. Equipment medals, I've got 8,420 of them. You get through like PvP and things like that, and some missions and stuff. I don't use them all that much. They are now starting to be used for guaranteed upgrades, but I might use them for some equipment if I need to. Platinum coins, I always keep one as a backup, and anything that I get over one, then I just generally transfer into energy. And I've got 225 Legends tickets, because recently I did use my 1,000 Legends tickets to get the last Piccolo I needed before Zenkaiing him. I did show earlier in the video I have now got him Zenkai'd, so that's why I've got so little of them. But I've got to say, with all the Legends Limited in this shop at the moment, I'm not exactly rushing to get any of them. And Guild coins, I've got 136 at the moment. I believe I used a couple for some energy recently, but I will generally use for energy or even multi-Z power sometimes. But that's generally all the medals and things I've got. But if I just show you within items, here's all the multi-Z powers I've got stored. So I've got some for Saiyans, Regen, Frieza Force, God Key, Son Family. We've got some Rival Universe. I've got one Legends Limited Sparking for 100 because I use all my other ones on Bardock quite recently. And I've got one 10 multi-Z power for Sparking. Oh, two of them actually, sorry. But that's generally them that I've got. If we go back to the items and then souls, I've got quite a lot of souls in some aspects. As you can see here with this one, I've got quite a lot. But in other ones, I am lacking a little bit. I do try to grind as much as possible, but I do it a bit more as I go along, if you get me. You can see all these Zenkai Awakening souls I got there. So I do try to have a storage of them, but I am lacking in some of them. But like I said, wherever I get the chance, I will try and fill that up. Training items, I am missing a couple. I think these might be coming out new or with special events or something, because I haven't seen them before, but I have all the others. So we'll yet to see if they are coming out soon. And then we've got the summoning tickets. As you can see, I've got loads of the Master Pack tickets, hence why I don't really need any more. It's mainly because I don't need the characters on that banner. It's just I might just use it for some Z medals maybe, but as you can see, I've got enough of them anyway. And there are a couple of tickets I'm missing, but that's just because I don't really tend to pick them up. So medal and exchange items. These are all the medals and exchange items I have in my account. As you can see, we've got the rare medals, we've got the Z medals, the rush medals, and things like that as well. But going down a little further, we have all these type of medals from the Legends Road characters and things. I'm only keeping some of them. Then we've got some of these from like the Android 21 event. And we've got Guild coins down here and things like that as well. But we have run over it a little bit anyway. So moving on then, we've got energy tickets, which is a bit of an old system. I still have 3 of them, but it crashes whenever I try to trade them in for some reason. So that's why I've still got 3. And here's all the fragments and things like that I've got for any awakening of equipment. So that's basically all the stuff I've got as well in the account, and we've gone over all the characters. Okay, I think next I'll just show you on the story. We are pretty much up to date. We are up to book 5 chapter 7 of part 11. That's because we've just released a story mode out recently, but we might finish it off with you guys and release a video there, so make sure to stay tuned. But I have cleared all the other stories and things like that as well. I might not have got all the CC from it, but I've got quite a lot from each of the stories. I might go back and do all the challenges and things like that as well, but at some point. So I just want to go into missions as well. With missions, there are, I mean, as you can see, I tend to go for this Battle Lovers plan, and I get smashed out by doing all the PvPs and stuff. And I just want to show you here, whilst the events do change and new ones come about, I do still have a couple of them to do. Very minimal, but I've got a couple. But if I go down to Z missions here, you can actually see how many days I've logged in. So I've logged in for, my next login will be 1,290, so I've done 1,280, which is quite a lot. Like I said, I've had this since the start, I believe. But I've had it on Apple. I believe it came out on Android earlier, so some people might beat me. And I might have missed 1 or 2 days here and there, maybe on like a holiday or something like that. So I've reached level 414. I've got 415 next. Here's the amount of boost panels that I've done at the moment. How many equipments. I've got rank A or higher. I've got over 2,000 equipment, which I've ranked A or higher. And then I've got 23, which I've ranked Z. Well, I might work on another one to get that done. With the PvP, I've not actually grinded out enough since they've changed it. So previously, I'd gone up to 15 nearly every season. Now they've gone up to 70, I believe it is, off the top of my head. So I've only actually gone up to 57 at the moment. I might grind that out and smash it out at some point. But I feel like God rank might be quite a challenge, but we'll see. So reach diamond, reach godly, that's all that sort of stuff. The amount of times I've reached friendship level 10, 126 characters, decent. Winning hyperdimensional co-op 558 times. Raised the level of 10 hero characters to 3,000. I might smash that out. I didn't realise I hadn't done that. And there, so win 500 battles in the Tournament of Power. I've won 403 at the moment. Upgrade equipment for 540 more times since the last time. I've had 369. Win a Dokai Bakai Impact or Rising Rush, basically 180 more times since the last one. I've had 133. There is a mission to clear the part 11, and I am working on getting this 1,000-day Bulma as well done. I've done pretty much a lot of it. It's just a co-op I need to do. Like I said, co-op, I'm not a big fan of it, so I try to stay clear of it. And special ones, I've done Start Dash medals, things like that as well. There is still quite a couple of these that I need to do, as you can see here, which will get me loads, but it's all friendship rank and it's basically grinding through the story and things, which will happen naturally, I believe. And yeah, that's pretty much everything in the missions. I'll quickly show you the guild that I've got here as well. I am thinking about in future creating my own guild, and maybe some of you subscribers be interested in joining. If so, let me know down below. We are losing at the moment, but I am second. I need to get my thumb out on that. But that is the guild. What else have we got to go over here? Pretty much gone through everything. I think the other thing that I'll do is I will go through the status here. So you got my player name, my player ID and things. We got card sleeves, which I recently changed to Super Saiyan Bardock at the moment. Here's the title that I'm just using, just because why not? I do have quite a lot of titles at the 10 level as well, but I am missing quite a lot as well, but I'm not massively focused on this. I know quite a lot of people are, so quite a lot of people are interested in them and things like that. I'll pick them up if I'm close to picking them up, but I'm not going to go out of my way to do them, just because, like I said, I'm not wholeheartedly that bothered, but it's still nice to collect them anyway. And like I said, some people are very interested in these, so like I said, we'll have a little scroll through, show all the ones that I've got, and then we've got all these bronze ones down here. There we go. So yeah, let's just confirm all character statuses at the moment, which is all these titles, I believe, added together. I've got 20 plus 20,770. The title bonus, if you go on here, it does a breakdown, but that's everything that I've got there. tier list, so there are just tier lists here. There's nothing really to do with my account there. That's what I'm getting as a login at the moment is NGs and slot removers, because that's what I need. And my total days logged in is 1,280, as we discussed earlier. I've got 424 characters, which I believe is every character in the game. If I am wrong, let me know down below, but that character list shows it. So the highest battle rank achieved is 57 in PvP. Highest points reached is 9,810. Total wins is 2,560. And I've got good skill 20, party 56, then game 220. And stories cleared 3,989. So I know that I could probably play PvP a lot more. But I've got to say, it's all time dependent, because I do work during the day from about 8:30 to 6:30 as well. So you've got to take that into account. And then what I'll do as well... so yeah, you've got to take that into account. But I am planning to do a lot more, especially with the channel and things like that as well. Presents, just so you know, is just this one, because I've already got one. And that is pretty much everything on my account, I believe, guys. So I think it's a pretty decent account. I've grinded at it for quite a while. Granted, I could do with a bit more energy and things, but to have all the characters and stuff, I'm pretty happy. But let me know down below how it compares to your account. Does your account blow mine out of the water, or does mine blow yours out of the water? Let me know down below. And if you stay this long, guys, thank you very much for watching. It really helps out the channel. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. It definitely helps out the channel, and it's free, so why wouldn't you? Alright, guys, so until next time, I'll catch you later. Ciao.